Hi all, my name is Abhishek Matre. In this video, we'll understand Azure Cosmos DB like it is a Microsoft Global Distributed Multimodal Database Service. If I'm saying it's a multimodal database service, it means it supports a variety of data models to be stored inside the Cosmos DB. And if I say globally distributed, means if you can see through the image, this is spread across the globe out of all the regions of Microsoft Azure. Cosmos DB enables you to elastically and independently scale throughput and storage across any number of Azure region worldwide. As I stated just, it is very fast, single digit milliseconds data access, and it has the data access using different APIs supporting, including understand through this image supports table, SQL, JavaScript, Leaf, and Gremlin for graph kind of data, like Cassandra, Spark, TCD, and many other APIs coming more in the pipeline. Comprehensive service level agreement. Microsoft has shown its commitment on considering the SLA, and it provides the very good throughput, less latency, and maximum availability and the consistency guarantee by this service. You can try with the free account of it. So in the with the three free account tier, you will get first 400 response units up to 5 GB of storage data absolutely free. Now let's get started with how to create the Cosmos DB. Here there is an option Azure Cosmos DB. Either you can click on this, or otherwise if you do not have available here, you can directly go there and write Cosmos DB. Here it is. Clicking on this, add. Currently, I don't have any Cosmos DB account available, so I'll create new one. It would absolutely like other similar services. It will ask certain questions like what is your subscription, and give the resource group name, source group, any name. I would say Universal DB, for example. Let's see whether this name is available. Yeah, it is available. My API currently, as I said, it has variety of supports variety of different database APIs. So, but for this example, I'll select core, SQL, notebook preview. Let it be with the default setting as off. Location, whatever the location you selected, hardly matters, but understand this thing carefully. Uh, with Azure Cosmos DB free tier, you will get 400 RU response units up to and 5 GB of storage account for free account. So apply free tier discount. Currently, yes, I account type would be non-production. Okay, I'll go with the default settings of given values, and it clearly mentioned estimated account creation time in minutes is 15. So we have to wait for till then. Let me start this, and I'll come back to you shortly. Process. Now the database is ready. Go to Data Explorer, and inside the Data Explorer with sample and new container. In this case, we are going to create a very new container here. So I'm clicking on the new container, and you can give any name of your container. For example, I would say my DB container, right? And my throughput is by default is 400 per second. Okay, estimated cost is this much. You can see this, and container ID. So here you can give any container name, container ID name. This is the database ID, in fact. So my container. All right, and indexing is automatic, and the partitioning if you wanted to create. But one thing to be noticed here, once you decide the partitioning key, you cannot change it. If there is any reason of changing the partitioning key, what you have to do is you have to create a separate container, different container, then you have to transfer all the data from one container to another. So very cautiously you have to think about your partition key. Before that, you have to understand what kind of data you are going to input in and what should be the partition. In my case, I probably will the city as a partition key, because I'm sure in my forthcoming data, I will enter the city definitely for my the data. Let other things be as is, like analytical store. I don't need it, and I would say okay. So the process is started. It take a couple of seconds. My DB container and my container is now ready. You see, my DB container is the database ID and my container is my container name. And under this, there is a section which has the SQL like query. Select a star from C. What is C here? C is basically your container. So currently my container does not carry any information. If I'm saying container, it means I'm saying a kind of data model. Now you have to enter some data for running the query. So here is an option like new item. If I click here, and I would it would by default give a single JSON property which is ID, and replace this with the new document ID. So you have to now either you can bring your own predefined data structure, or maybe you can write it here. I am replacing the default value with my predefined some values which I have kept it out of this example. Space expected comma. Okay, right. So once I type some new schema here and save, immediately after save you'll see the difference. Saving the data, as soon as the data is saved, there are a couple of new properties would automatically be created by Azure Cosmos DB. See this, these are the new properties which I really have not entered. It is been created by Cosmos DB, right? And the similar way I can add few more items. I have entered about 4 different items: data collection 1, 2, and 3 and 4, whereas 2 different records are matching the city London, and one is from New York. And so let's see. Uh, Automatically, this slash city, the partition key would basically make a different you know uh, virtual containers internally. Now, the another thing is how to get the data back. So for that, we have to go to this icon. This is called new SQL. Click on this SQL query, and by default, one query is written here. Select a star from C. Let execute this query, and it should return all the 4 entered records. 1 to 4, all the 4 data records are coming now. And if we wanted to get a specific set of data based on certain condition, that we also can do that. We can write SQL SQL like query like C, where C dot city, for example, equal to, I would say, London. Then it should return me the 2 records only, which, yeah, 1 and 2. There are 2 records. Very well, it has written 2 records which is matching condition. Other than this, you can keep condition on any of the uh, basically certain criteria. Like for example, if I say the first name equal to, for example, if I say I would say Patrick intentionally and put the query, it returns 0. uh, what is the reason behind it? Get it? So query is returning the correct result. It was not returning earlier because it is the key name is case sensitive. The property name, like earlier it was written first name all in a small, but here I realized the first name N is capital N, so it is returning the data correctly. So that's it.